Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nick's Kitchen and Garden. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make Seamoss Gel. And when you make this gel, you're going to need jars to put them in. So as you can see to your left, I have some mason jars already washed and it is being drained, to put my Seamoss Gel in. So now as you can see, it's in water and I soak it overnight just to get rid of all that salty water, and then I throw away that water, and now I'm rinsing it again. And the reason why I'm rinsing it is to get rid of all that salty water off of it so that it can be fresh and clean, before I boil it. So this is the process that it has to go through, before you make your gel with it. So I'm going to throw away this water again. We're not going to use that water. We're going to use fresh, pure, clean water to make our Seamoss Gel. So after draining it, now we're going to cut those into smaller pieces, and we're going to put it in the blender. But even though we're going to put it in the blender, it's very long, and they're big pieces, they're chunks of Seamoss here, so we're going to cut it smaller, so that the blender can handle it better. And to save you some time when you're boiling it, because what happened is, when you're boiling it, you have to boil it and make sure that everything boils out. Everything has to boil out to get a nice, smooth Seamoss Gel. Whatever you're going to use it to do, you want to make sure that it's boiled out properly. And this Seamoss takes a long time to boil to perfection. So because of that, you want to make sure that you cut them in small pieces, and then when you put it in the blender is going to make it so small, so fine, that when you put it in the pot and start boiling it, it won't take such a long time. First time I boiled this Seamoss, I boiled it in chunks like that, just like that, and it took forever. It took such a long time, and I have to keep adding water to it, and it took like at least 2 hours, So I thought of a way to prepare it, in a faster way, and I said, all right, maybe if I get it smaller, it will cook quicker. So that's how I come up with the idea to cut it up in small pieces and put it in the blender. So it can be very time consuming, but you have to have some patience when you're making stuff like these, because things like these really do take time. And that is why people just go ahead and just purchase it online or go to a store and purchase some Seamoss Gel, because the preparation process really do take time. And that you can understand when you go to purchase it and they're selling it for an expensive price. It goes through the process to get it to where it is, so I guess it's worth the price. If you purchase it from a seller that does not clean it before they sell it, then you have to also go through the process of cleaning it, which is what I did. When you purchase the one that's not already clean, it's cheaper, so I purchased mine like that, and I clean it myself, and then I wash it to get rid of the salt, and I soak it, and then I cut it and prepare it myself. So now we're going to put this Seamoss in the blender. And then we're going to add some spring water to it. I'm using spring water to make my Seamoss gel. I think it's best to use spring water. I mean, you don't have to, but that's what I use. So I just put enough water to cover it. I put 3 bottles of water. That was enough to cover it. And then here we go, we're going to blend. And we just want to get this sea moss to be as fine as possible, as small pieces as possible, so that when you put it in the pot and start boiling it, it doesn't take forever. And when you're boiling this, it's going to take like about, let's say, 30 minutes the most. About 30 minutes, right? So this is what it looks like after you blend it. You see how small that is? Very, very small. And that's why it's going to take only about 30 minutes to boil properly, so that all that has to be dissolved, so you can have a smooth Seamoss gel. Now take a look at that. Now it's boiling and some of it has already dissolved, and I'm sure there are some particles inside, and it's getting a little thick. So while it's getting thicker, it's drying out, it's getting less. So you have to add water as you go along. Sometimes you can judge it when you open the pot and look and see how it is. So I add another bottle of water and I stir again. As you can see, there are still some particles that are not properly dissolved, but it's getting there. So I'm going to just boil this a little bit more. It's not yet 30 minutes, but it's almost dissolved, right? And then when all is dissolved, then you pour it in the mason jars like this, as hot as it is. You don't want to make it cool in the pot, because if you do, it is going to get really, really thick, and you can still scoop it out and put it into a jar, but it is best to pour it in the jar hot. You can see that there are vapors coming out of it, so it is still hot, and you let it stay there and cool. It's going to take some hours, but it's fine. It's going to get cool, and then you can just store it away. I just want to thank you guys for taking the time out to watch our videos. Please like, subscribe, and share the videos. And don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. And until next time, take care. Peace.